tell you my life story.
True life story.
Yeah. Your boy Nate Swag grew up in Oak Block.
And this is a victory. This is a victory for the poor black at the bottom, the mama ducks, all the mothers at the bottom who didn't have a chance, homie, to really get justice. Man, them kids preached and teach killing for a long time.
So wow, so you think this is a real victory for us as black people?
Yeah, this is a real victory. This is a real victory.
Yo, it's your boy Swag, and I'm back. And I gotta get my opinion on this Charleston White thing, man. He said some shit that I felt before, and I do feel like it's a time for drill music to die. That's right, I said it. It's time for drill music to fucking die. Now, why you say that, Swag? I've been watching the drill movement since the beginning. If you don't know, I used to be with DJ King when he first came to America. That's still my A1, Ace Coon Boom. I was around when Keith first started rapping. I seen it from the ground up, like from the roots up, you know. And I want to clear something up. DJ Academics might have started a new way of reporting music far as like the age of YouTube and digital reporting, but he did not make drill what it is, you know. At the time where Keith was like blowing up and he was rapping against like, you know, his rivals, some people made it a common thing to put the ops on too, and they labeled it drill music. Now, Pac-Man, he was making music and using the term drill, but the culture of the music became drill because of Factual Drive. You know what I'm saying? Factual Drive made it, and I ain't trying to be racist, but if you live in the hood versus living outside the hood, so, you know, it's more of a different culture living outside the hood versus the ones that live in the hood. So to them, it was like they made it a battle thing and drill as in like just the murder in the art. Now, when Keith first blew up, he was the first one to blow up. So, you know, he was supposed to be pushed as an individual artist, but he got caught up in other shit that was going on that wasn't on his level. So that's how drill became a thing. Now, we never seen Chief Keef really say anything about drill, but I think maybe like 3-4 years ago, he came out and just said, yeah, I'm the godfather of drill. He was given that term, so he just ran with it. And at that time, I think Durk was doing his big push on taking over the game. So Chief Keef labeled himself as the drill father of rap. Of drill culture, my bad, not rap. But what come with that is a ritual of gangstified killing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it went up so many levels to where it's like you gotta be this certain gangster, like, and no was the kids that was looking at it when they was like 2 or 3. So to them, you know, it was such a big thing, just like Keith said that 50 Cent was to him of Get Rich Die Trying and the whole gangster persona of getting shot and then making it in the music business. So we talking about cycles of time. And at this time, what's going on, in my opinion, is bigger than what we can see spiritually. But at the same time, it's like drill music is killing our community. You know what I'm saying? And I know gangbanging been around, and drill is a new form of gangbanging, but then we had the internet for the clout. So it's like people is sacrificing themselves to be this image of drill, of what drill is, because they seen so many before them make it in Chicago, outside Chicago, overseas. So this drill thing has a real dangerous tradition within it. to participate in it. And then even the ones that's not rapping, that's hanging with the rappers that become a little famous in whatever area they from, they're dying from the ritual too because they're supporting it. They trying to make it happen. Like it was a point in time where I knew that drill wasn't good, and I knew that I had to choose if I was gonna continue down the path of pushing death or pushing music. You know, I used to be an interviewer. I did some key interviews in the drill culture. I was telling y'all about how me being around when drill first started. So I actually did Smiles' interview that became a big thing where he said that he was a part of Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? He later came out and said, I did what I had to do to make it. That's like real drill history. Some people probably remember if you was around when drill first started, but this was before like the BDK song dropped. So this was kind of like very early in the culture if you seen that interview. And it's like how much of this shit is we gonna push out to what it became. That's when I was younger, and the drill culture first started, and it wasn't about murder to get a contract. It was still about music. But as the years went on, things changed. A lot of things changed, and I had to make a conscious decision. DJ Ken made a conscious decision, and we really wasn't pushing drill as much as we was pushing drill at first. Like, during my interviews, I really never really talked about street shit because I know how this shit go and how dangerous it can get. And I know like you got people like DJ U who's like pushing the culture, but at the same time that shit come with sacrifices, it come with losses, and at any given time anything can go wrong. Just you being with these type of people, you seen what just happened with that big time blogger who be going to the hoods. His cameraman got shot in the neck right here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a job to where it's like you can separate yourself. If you literally live in the city, you cannot separate yourself. Even 16 Visual went through the same kind of drama of them saying he picking sides. Like, it's not as easy as people may think it see to be in Chicago and do this shit and not have to deal with the consequences that come along with it. Like, look at all the bloggers that's outside the city versus the bloggers inside the city like me. Like, I think my channel is a jewel, but, because I'm not pushing the gangster shit as much as other people that's reporting on the news, I think that I don't get as much traffic coming in, which I accept that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what come along with it. And I told myself a minute ago that I wasn't really trying to push it. So when I did get into like reporting on the news and what was happening in Chicago, I've been cautious of what I put and what I don't put because I still go to the city. You know what I'm saying? And anybody can have a personal feeling about what I say, and it could mean nothing to me, but they could take it personal. They could say I said something wrong, and then like they say, the new poof, I'm gone just because I said something that they didn't like. So Charleston White, back to Charleston White, he really did make a good point on Say Cheese TV when he was saying it's demonic energy, and now like we could try to rebuild our communities, and that comes back to me saying it was like something spiritual. Like, all this pushing peace is what we need, but all this pushing peace have came within the name of Allah. And Allah is all about peace, you know what I'm saying? All about living out your higher self and not being negative. And Quano Rondo came through today and he proved the point that you gotta think of your higher self. You gotta take the high road, even if you don't want to take the high road. Like, you still gotta push positivity, which brings more positivity. He could have got on there and dissed Durk, and then he could have had more people at his head. You never know. But by him pushing peace, that's what it's all about. And Durk got to continue his mission when he get in the cells. Now he hands on. So we gonna see if he for real or if he ain't. He might not even go to jail. Who knows? But in the situation that he go to jail, he still got a chance to push that peace and be hands on with the people that's coming into the jail that got a second chance and that can get out. That would be in the feds. And in his due time of his judgment, he might be coming home. He might not get life, he might not get the death penalty, but all in the name of Allah, all this is happening, and some of this might be reaching the kids. Like I seen the post of, I guess, an artist that was gonna sign the OTF. He said, "Durk, you can keep your chain up going back to school." Like, I don't know if that was real or fake, but all that is of the spirit of Allah pushing that peace and positivity, and maybe the kids could see that this is not the way to go for the future coming kids, because the ones that came before now, all they think about is kills. Chicago fucked up. I know it got a lot to do with the times and things has changed, but at the same time, it's so bad right now. Carjacking, murderers, they killing the women, they robbing the women, like even with situations like Q50 with the little 50, Q50, however he said, little Q50, you know what I'm saying? His death, like a lot of people was on DJU ass, but why be on DJU TV ass when he gave them an opportunity to go to the next level in life? He even mentioned no jumper. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got some beef, that's a rival, but he tossing with somebody else. Like, he didn't have to do that to bring they markability up, they value. Like, they go to no jumper, they get more value. They get to go do shows, travel, like, and he said he found them on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like some blessings come in disguise. Like, everybody not gonna make it. We already know that when it comes to the street shit. So it's up to the rest of these rappers that was on the couch to do what they gotta do and make it out for their family, and then still be able to support his. They still got an opportunity, but the thing is, they gonna take advantage of this opportunity and go with the highlight, or if they gonna go into darkness. It's up to them. But at the same time, DJU just did something that was like good for him, good for them, even though, like I said, I took a conscious decision to not push drill, but when would he do that? You know what I'm saying? That's like Zach TV went into the hoods and he was filming it. But at the time he was filming it, he was doing it as part of the culture and showing you what's going on hands ground. But as he got bigger, he started interviewing different people and traveling. Like, that part of the drill was probably gonna be over with, but because the murdering had picked up and everybody's so into the drill culture that it continued. But he was about to change it. You know what I'm saying? I know Smack DVD started this back in the day, and that's when I was growing up. But it's like, man, it ain't no order in the streets. I remember when I was growing up, they was still holding meetings, and I grew up in Parkway Gardens, aka what y'all call it today, O Block. They was holding meetings in the back of the buildings on Dulles school playgrounds, like about like 30, 50 swole, just, you know what I'm saying, holding meetings, and had people on security. And back then, you couldn't just do what you want to do, or you got whooped. I seen people get violations right there at the Dulles playground. You know what I'm saying? But these kids today, they ain't got that. They just doing whatever they want to do. Oh, this nigga said this, I'm finna go shoot him up. Like they say back in the day, you had to go get permission. You had leaders. I know a little bit about the BDs shit a little bit. You got your first D, your second D. You got to go holler at them first. You know what I'm saying? Then they going to go to the higher ups, the headquarters, which was, you know what I'm saying, the Met building. And then, like, it was ways that you raise war, because them people at the building can go talk to their people and squash that shit. And they can be like, all right, you in the wrong. You should never did this. You should never did that. You get 5 minutes no cover up. 5 minutes no cover up. You can't really block your face. You can't do shit. You gotta take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just don't put your feet on them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of shit. And you ask me, how do I know this shit? Cause like it's easy to get caught up in this shit. You got family members, you got friends. You gonna be around it. If you gang banging or not, you gonna. You know what I'm saying? You right there. People you grew up with since fucking Head Start. You grew up in the hood with them. I lived in the projects. My grandma stayed on Front Street, so it's like you gonna see these people growing up. So as you get older, they still your friends. They still your family members. You gonna be around them. You gonna hear shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was just way different then, man. It was way different. And in today's time, the drill has taken over the world, and you know it should be no reason why Africans is saying that they are BDs. You know, like damn, they BDs, GDs over there. You know, they everything we is here, but that's because that's what we pushing. If we weren't pushing it, then it wouldn't be that way. But we're pushing it, we're doing it, and we're the leaders, and we're not being leaders. But Quando Rondo and Lil Durk definitely been pushing some leadership type mentality. Think with your higher self. Think with your higher self. You know what I'm saying? They been pushing that, so that's good. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all watching my videos. Some of y'all probably been watching me since I started reporting. You probably see me with my turban on. Am I a Muslim? No, I am not a Muslim. I'm a Muslim, something within the same, but it just hold a little different weight than saying you're a Muslim, and it connects you to other things like nationality and stuff like that. You know, I never really seen Dirk as being pushing Muslim because of the RICO. I really think that his father had a lot to do with that, that his father probably got some information, or his father just him being him just changed Dirk. You know what I'm saying? He probably gave him the meaning of it, the reason why he followed Islam, and Dirk began to change himself. I don't really think he did it because of the feds, because he could have did everything else without being Muslim. But like they say, that's one of the biggest gangs in the jail cell, so he will be protected. And you know, he just gotta do the right things, and then maybe when he come home, you know, if he don't get into no trouble, his mission could be complete. But we don't know if he going to jail yet. I just went on a long rant, but I do think Charleston White had a point in what he said. So, you know, if you still here, like, comment, subscribe. I'm still a non-profit channel, so if you made it this far, I appreciate the love and the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my old playlist, my old videos on my playlist. I'm high as hell right now too. I got drill time stories, all type of stories. I'm out.